sports. It's in the game.
Boom! They put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
Today, from AT&T.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. From a couple yards. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles. They're good. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Right to the air. Here is Goff. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on the game's opening play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams. But it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Again, Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. First carry now for David Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Goff now looks to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Brian Branch with it. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott rolling to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 31 yards. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 50, it's gone. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Osa Odighizuwa. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. On play action, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is taken at the 23. Escapes the defender. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas where the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it is 42-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop one of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the 3rd quarter that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense because...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 67 yards. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to end. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Gibbs straight ahead. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Play action now. Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gibbs looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott off play action. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Goff on 1st down.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Now a 2nd and 2. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, here's Goff. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And got his man complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott.
And this one into the hands of Vaughn. He's got room at the 30. Now he's into the clear again.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 37.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Aubrey now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well. And
so for the Cowboys, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0.